Hola, hello, LJ here. Back with day 10 of our May Mood Lift and Shift, where I'm giving you what I see from yoga and meditation, how we can use these practices, perspectives, and even the psychology of yoga and meditation to help ourselves with mood, mind, and mental health. I've had a really amazing time letting this through and really realizing how much I feel like this is important and am excited about how these tools can help us, whatever our age, whatever our stage, wherever we're at within these realms. I'm so happy to share this with you. So remember, if you want to catch the whole series of days of tools from yoga and meditation, then I've put it all together on a YouTube playlist that you can use and enjoy and add to your resources, and definitely share that with anybody you feel like could benefit from that, young or older. So we're back with day 10. And, I was kind of toying with the two of the tools that I now want to bring up and which one seems like the one to bring up today. So I think I'm going to go with the one that maybe seems a little bit easier, and we'll save the other one for tomorrow. But I want to remind us of the power of sound as such a form of therapy, really. And this is something that we get potentially from the schools, the approaches, the perspectives, the psychology of yoga and meditation for various reasons. Because when we realize that we can use sound in various ways, we first of all get to use it as a tool to develop that presence. Remember, that was day one. We get to realize that it's all energy. So we get to play with the energy of it all and really shifting and lifting the energy of ourselves. Our own physiology can really change because of the use of sound, and also affecting the more collective vibration too. And even a group of people, the energy there can be so shifted and lifted, right, with the power of sound. And what I mean by sound can be anywhere from the simplest of the most classic of meditation ideas, reminding us that we could use any sounds, first of all, in this moment, to just start to become more of that listener, tuning into sounds around us. That's one way, first way, that we can start to tune in more right now to the moment, right? Bring ourselves into this unique moment, into that presence, even turn up the volume on our presence, which we've realized just usually feels better and generally is what we're going for in life, right? To be more present for it. So just tuning into the sounds that actually are present as a tool to bring us more into the moment, to hone that attention, to shift that awareness, to grow that awareness, to bring ourselves more present. So playing with that, just that is a first step. And then we can intentionally also make sound, right, as an amazing force, an amazing form of energy medicine, an amazing form of meditation. So that could be as simple as having our own little bell that we might ding with a tiny little stick, or any sort of sound like that that we might create for ourselves, right? Knowing that there's a vibration to that, there's an energy that's going to move through us, and that it's another something that's going to bring our attention, our focus, our presence into the moment, and give us a chance to play with and practice. This is what tomorrow's tool is going to be, is the quieting that we hear about with these practices. So using sound as a way to quiet that mind, of course, right? As well as to shift and lift the energy. And then, of course, if we allow ourselves to receive the sound or be around the sound, or, like the sound healing things we can do with other people, right? When we attend a group session where they're doing sound therapy, I love that there's more and more of this going on. And these are filling up because so many people are starting to realize the power of being in a room, letting someone, play sounds for you in various ways, and how much that can shift and lift your energy, your mood, your mind, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual connection. Amazing, so rad, so cool. So totally can get into it like that in the funky, groovy, new age spiritual way, but it's also very ancient, traditional way too of knowing that that's what sound can be and is, right? It's this vibrational tool that does shift and lift us and even help us transform and heal and let stuff go. And then, of course, the making of music too, it gives us both. So if you're the one making the sound and receiving the vibrations of it, that's got to be one of the more powerful ways to do it. And then there's also just the simplicity of listening to music, say, that you like. This sounds so silly and simple, but we now know. And I did hear recently about a research piece that was referenced in an article about now we know if you listen to, up to 5 songs a day that you really like, that can like literally change your mood and your mental health and lift you out of depression and help you avoid depression. Like, how easy and cool is that? And that's where I love the power of these, music formats that we get to use, like Spotify or Pandora, where you get to like personalize a playlist. I mean, I noticed I became such a happier person once I got my Spotify. Even my family noticed, like, I was happier adding that to my life, and especially as mom, and getting the freedom to listen to the songs you want to listen to, and knowing it's a huge form of meditation, huge form of energy medicine, much less if you dance along to it, right? Or if you do it, use it while you're doing other activities, whether it's walking or drawing or just being, right? It's like a huge vote to do more of that and to know that it's a way that you're taking care of yourself with your energy. And I love that a couple different spiritual teachers I like have talked about this that really helped me open up my eyes to why this is such a tool. So whether it's just like listening to recordings of music that we like, or of course going to like live music has an amazing energy to it, right? When we get ourselves out to a live performance, there's so many like amazing pieces of medicine in that, right? And the energy shifts of that and the lifts of that personally and even collectively for everybody in the room. So great. But yes, spiritual teachers, 2 different ways I've heard it described that I really liked. I think it was Doreen Virtue was a person I heard talk about how we can also use music as almost like if you like the idea of creating kind of a protective bubble around you as you go out into the world, and really to like surround yourself with more of a frequency that you want to be in, and even a protective energy, and even maybe a more divine heavenly energy or vibration, that when you add music to a moment, it can totally do that, like certain types of music, or I think just any music that does that for you. It totally could be hip hop. It doesn't have to be like gospel music, but it might be, right? It's like whatever does that for you. But to realize that that's like a vibrational protective almost tool that you can use with yourself or with your family, when you turn that on, how it really like shifts the vibe and like creates this almost protective bubble. And then I think another way I've heard it described that I really liked is that it brings in this, some spiritual teachers would say we're moving into this time maybe of being more, it's being described as like 4th dimensional versus 3rd dimensional, which 4th dimensional would be more like in the space of like the heart and in love and in cooperation and in a higher frequency, maybe like all of us moving towards that vibration that might be more divine, might be more spiritual, might be more like heaven on earth, if you like to say that. So that music can be a way that we can totally bring in that 4th dimensional quality into our moments, into our lives, into our now. And yeah, I'm just voting for, as we look at these realms of mood, mind, mental health, to look at how we can use sound more, learning that from the yogis, from the world of meditation, that it works, it's powerful, it's awesome. and to recognize that it works for you and to use it. And again, that's where that's exciting to think of, like, starts of the days as important. So starts of the days, listening to music more maybe that we like, or just using the elements of listening to sounds around us, right, as a form of meditation, or the coolness of playing with instruments or any sounds. And then also, sure, that's where things like chanting, making sounds with our own bodies and our own mouths, and singing, another amazing tool, right? And has its own vibrational element that resonates through us and out from us and towards everything around us. So whether you're, just singing along or saying Om, or, there's a whole world of Sanskrit and chanting that's a whole part of these traditions, knowing that sound is therapy and owning that and playing with that and using that. Sound is energy medicine. And there's all these ways we can use it. So I'll just review again. It could be as simple as tuning into the sounds in this moment. Like right now, I have a school across the street. I can hear a little bit of children's voices as they're on the playground. I can hear the buzz of the electric, making poles outside. I can hear some birds. I could probably hear some cars, but the more I tune into that on purpose, that's a choice with my attention, with my focus, right? And it's a form of meditation, and it's bringing me into the moment. And in its own way, it's starting to quiet my mind and even redirect my mind. And that's part of the power of it. And then again, you could also play with making sound with any simple tool or more complex, using things like music you love. For sure, attending live music probably up levels it a whole nother level. But yeah, it can be just as simple as finding those songs that you like and playing them for yourself, and knowing that now we know just to listen to a handful of songs you love every day can totally shift your mood, get you out of depression, keep you out of depression, manage your energy a ton, and shift your mood, just help you feel better and flow better. And then, yeah, add dancing along for another amazing piece of energy medicine, right? So, yes, that's what we're talking about. Yoga, meditation, as simple as using sound as therapy, being aware of that, playing with that, using that, and enjoying that as a tool that can totally up your vibe, up your frequency, help you shift and lift things, help you. Maybe even sometimes the music brings you to thinking and feeling about things in a way that it's time to. And maybe you even have tears as you listen to some music. And that's part of the therapy too. I think I got to make sure there's a day talking about tears as so important in this mood lift and shift, because that's part of it. So yeah, the sound creates a form of therapy that may help bring it in other ways that we have, that our bodies even know how to take care of us, like that crying. So yeah, let's play with sound as a therapy. Let's use it. Let's be thankful for it and enjoy it, and get yourself one of those music apps if you haven't already, if you can, because it can totally be a huge tool for mental health. That cool, that easy, that fun, really. So loving you so much, and let me know if you have any ways you like to use sound that I didn't mention, that you find really help you. So super thankful to share this with you. See you tomorrow. Namaste.